So I'm within Cloud ALM here. I'm in the test preparation section. When I click create and I choose automated, you'll see that there's this automation provider here. This is SmartBear's Reflect, and this is our Hackathon project. So this is an integration with Reflect, which is our cloud-based AI-driven test automation tool. We'll choose a title and a scope here and save it. And you can see through the use of SAP's Cloud ALM APIs, we've integrated, and you can see that there's a link to the test that was created inside Reflect. And we can go ahead and interact with that in ALM here and mark it as prepared, so we're ready to start executing it. Now, if I click on this link here and go to the test inside Reflect, we can see that it's just a simple navigation step right now, and there's no other steps in the test. This is this is actually going to be testing our SAP UI5 app. So I'm going to go ahead and use Reflect to actually flesh this out. A couple things to note about Reflect. Number one, it's completely cloud-based, which means there's nothing to install. There's no Chrome extension. There's no exe to install in your system. And that means that when you're creating tests, when you're editing tests, everything is done within your browser and everything is CI ready, which means that you can create your test and run it in CI straight away. There's sort of no difference between testing it and running it locally and running it in the cloud. And you can see here that we can interact with this page here just through record and paste play steps. But what I've already created here is a set of what we call segments, which are reusable test steps that help us perform common actions across various different things within an SAP application. So here I have a number of segments that are created. And the first segment we'll choose is a login segment. So this here is a segment that's just going to log me into the application. What you'll notice is that we have these login steps here. And maybe I'd say, hey, I actually want to delete all these things. These were not steps that I want to have in my final test here. So let's keep the segment. We've deleted our record and play steps so far. And we're going to click resume to just see that this, in fact, logs us in. Now, I'll go ahead and add one more segment here. We'll click add steps and add another segment. And that is going to be the segment for creating a sales order. So when we click resume there, you'll notice that it's going to go ahead and perform those actions. And again, you can create as many segments as you want. You can parameterize them so you can have dynamic data. For example, all of these fields here could be parameterized so that the organization and division can be customized for the user. I have a test that I've already created, which is a little more fleshed out. It has more steps, more segments here. So you can see that it lists the sales order, it creates a sales quotation, it lists the sales quotation, and then logs out. And this is a video of my test run. So this is the test that I ran previously. And you can see that Reflect here has a video for every single test run. This is really helpful, especially when a test fails, to help the tester understand exactly what went wrong. And we can execute these tests directly from ALM through the integration. So we can actually go to test execution here. And since this is prepared, we can run it just through the execute button here. We can see the results on the right-hand side as the test's running. And that's through the new integration that we built with the Hackathon. Now, once a set of tests have been created, you can use test plans and Cloud ALM and a feature called Suites to build a workflow of how the tests should run. So let's say we have a test plan where we want to run a suite of tests across our particular environment for this SAP UI5 application. This is our workflow builder for building that suite. So here you can see that we are running 5 tests in parallel, but you can change the workflow here to run maybe 5 tests in parallel. If they all pass, then we're going to run another set of tests. We can choose the test that we want to run. So say SAP UI5. So just choose all these here. We'll add the test, and we can actually even make these data-driven if we wanted to. So we could run them multiple times, change it. Maybe we're testing with an admin user here. Maybe we're testing with a different user here. I'll go ahead and look at the results here. Or in fact, maybe let me actually just run this suite. So when we run the suite, you'll notice that if you've configured it for parallelism, and you'll get real-time updates if you're watching these tests run live, or you could actually even click on Watch Live here to see the tests running live and modify them. Here you can see This is a test suite that I previously ran. Everything passed, and so it didn't send an email because everything, in fact, passed. The last thing I wanted to show you here in this demo is the ability to run your manual tests as automated tests using our AI prompts. So here we have this manual test that has a number of different steps. And we close this button here through Chrome extension, where if you click on this, you can run the test straight away. So we'll go ahead and click run here. And notice that if I click view, we'll be able to view the test results of a previous test here in Reflect. And this is that same manual test that we were looking at previously, with each step becoming an AI prompt. So if we speed this up a little bit, you'll see that, in fact, these steps are executed using AI. So we use Vision AI to find the actions that, based on the state of the application, figure out what action to perform these different actions. And you'll see that it works just like record and play steps. So your test can, in fact, be a mixture of AI steps and record and play steps if you want to.